As we are heading into the final lap, this is the sixth one, what is the sense that you're getting? Are we anywhere close to guessing that what is the final outcome going to be like?
You know, before that, since you're showing Amar Singh's pictures and him voting, it's amazing. You do tend to think how times change. You know, 2007, this man was the kingmaker. He was deciding tickets for SP. Of course, the party lost, and he's a real loner today. And you know, I hope whatever lessons are there and whatever the destiny or hand of fate, but times do change. On the bigger picture, I think it's one of those elections which is really going down to the wire. But what is now increasingly clear, without getting into the danger of trying to predict too much and getting it wrong, what is really clear is that the regional parties continue to reign supreme. The contest is between SP and BSP, which is something which everybody has said. But as you know, the national parties were pumping in, pitching in, raising the decibel level in every sense of the term. As the D-Day comes nearer, you kind of sense, you kind of feel a sense of exasperation, a kind of dejection that too much work with not maybe sufficient results coming back in their favor. So it's Mulayam Akhilesh team versus team Mayawati. So Mr. Digvijay Singh did say that reject the M's, but you know, the electorate may actually be choosing between the two regional parties.
All right, so will regional parties rule the rooster? Let me also bring in Kancha Laya at this stage. BSP, as we said, had bagged highest number of seats from this region. Congress RLD alliances test this time around. Samajwadi Party, as many are saying, has nothing to lose. It had only 3 seats. What is your prediction from this 6th phase of polling that's currently on?
No, it looks like on the whole Samajwadi is improving in all areas. I mean, if I read all the reports coming in newspapers, magazines and voter responses in several, you know, the story that India Today carried and several other magazines also carried. It looked like Samajwadi, because of Akhilesh Yadav and the kind of modernist image that he is also giving into the, you know, English education, so on and so forth. So there is a competition between Rahul Gandhi and Akhilesh in this. In that sense, you know, Mayawati has stepped a bit back in terms of competing in terms of modernist outlook and development, those he had her own agenda earlier. So I think that it might improve its position a little bit even in this area. So if that happens, on the whole, SP would be much better position. Single largest, as we were discussing last time, the gap between the single largest and the second would be more and more if SP gains in this region. It looks like that, though Congress and RLP would get more seats, but SP might improve in my view.
All right, stakes are high for every political party in this phase. Professor Kumar, if I could come to you, sum it up for us. This is the penultimate phase, as we have been talking about. What is likely to emerge as we see polling on in this western part of Uttar Pradesh, Sugar Bowl in a sense, and this kind of issues that we had seen in the past? What is the sort of a result that is likely to emerge?
I would agree with Sanjeev Srivastava, what Sanjeev said a couple of minutes back, that largely the contest in UP is again between the regional party, and this is not specific to UP, but if you move from state to state, you would find that the contest in many states now is with the regional parties, and the two big national parties, the Congress and the BJP, are on the marginal side. This is also happening in UP. I would go a little ahead of what Sanjeev has said. I would say I would put my bet on SP emerging as the single largest party, the biggest party. BSP would definitely be the number 2 party, and now the contest is between Congress and the BJP for the third and the fourth position. Now the question is, what would be the gap between SP and BSP? I expect to be a huge gap between SP and BSP, and maybe SP very close to touching the 200 figure. That's likely to emerge in the UP elections.
Touching the 200 figure means definitely not President's rule.
Definitely not President's rule, and that's not good news for Congress either. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us.